2 players down. So this will be an interesting night for the 5 players that we have. Guess we'll wait and see what options they choose.
Before we
In
all
memoriam.
fucking die.
Well, to be fair, we probably wouldn't have had to fucking fight the spider if somebody didn't do a goddamn mushroom on the web.
Yeah, that's probably true. Maybe. Possibly. Depends on what was rolled during watches.
This is true.
So that you guys left off. Let me change the map here.
We were sleeping.
Spoilers, Monka. Don't you spoilers.
You were, let's see, in this one, I think. Yep. Oh, why did it do that?
I should actually turn down my game
Oh.
settings. I don't annoy people.
So you guys had just set up camp for your 8 hours. People get your long rests
Yes.
Yay.
after purging the cave of all the residents. You guys did a thorough sweep of it, and we're happy with the results, having cleared out all the settlers that were here before you. And you make your way back toward the entrance, and you all
Now that I
set
think
up.
about it, we're kind of rude. We just kind of march into other people's houses and kill them and then sleep there and leave.
Hi, Vox
Yeah.
Machina, how are you?
Hey, this is a neat spider web. Something must live here. Let's throw fire on it.
Yeah,
Bugs don't have feelings.
no, not at all.
Good God.
Next, you're gonna be killing old people and children.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not no.
Can we fight a pack of wizard dogs?
a pack of wizard. What, you mean blink dogs?
Yeah, wizard dogs.
Or maybe you'd rather prefer fighting wizard cats with displacer beasts.
Can we just fight? Can we just have our encounter just be 10 worms that walk?
I'm just gonna make you guys fight a beholder while Till's gone, just to piss him off more.
Don't worry, it's only a level 1 Tarask. What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen?
What's famous last words, right?
Anyway, I don't want to distract. I'm sorry.
So you guys have set up camp. So
Okay.
All right.
I remember running over to Penguin to tell her that's not how you sing, and then I ended up not really playing the actual song. Right?
Yeah. It
yeah,
was a traditional gnomish lullaby and you just butchered it just as badly as I did.
No! Wrong! You have to feel the notes.
Oh, I
just
feel
gotta
them.
feel something, all right.
So we're waking up from our very long rest. Then? Our
Yes.
long rest.
Your 8-hour rest. You guys took your 8-hour rest, and one by one, you slowly start to wake.
Before I went to sleep, I kind of tried to scrub off the worst of the spider guts from my armor.
Okay.
Actually cleaning it is gonna have to wait for a little bit, but I tried to get off at least like the globs.
I'd like to say even though I got a full rest, I want to say I didn't sleep peacefully because I was trying in my head to make the fucking lullaby work because I'm not gonna play it right.
Oh no.
Okay. You can certainly do that.
You're now exhausted.
On paper, I have a full rest.
Yeah, not exhausted. He just it's like that song that gets stuck in your head,
Obsessed.
and you don't know the lyrics to it, but you can't get it out of your head.
Part of me wants to continuously fail these rolls.
That's the best example.
So I wake up and I'm humming it a little bit.
Yes. And you're just making Bella that much more irritated.
Actually, I would like to do now that I took a night to play on it, to think on it. I want to attempt to see like, no, this is how it sounds like.
What you want to know? What
Performance.
you want to try to do a performance on it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
God damn it!
You're still not happy with the results,
Yeah.
even after playing it over and over in your head the entire night.
Can I try and sing it back to her?
Sure.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to listen to her because I think I think she does it wrong.
Go ahead. Make a performance check.
It's not that much better.
Nope.
Nice.
Nope.
Now I hear her straining with it even worse. Now I'm even more frustrated that she would give me the wrong notes on purpose.
Oh boy.
I'm not
you're off to
a good singer, but you know, this is what my
Don't
grandma.
understand art.
This is a gnomish lullaby. My grandma sung this to me while I was going to
You're doing
sleep.
it wrong.
I'm a gnome.
Yeah, doesn't mean you have to. Doesn't mean you can do it right.
Gnomes supposed to be descended from harpies. The way that sounds.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Not. That was uncalled for.
You know, my brother's a good singer.
Like, is that in character or out of character?
That was in character. My brother's a
Yeah.
good singer.
Yeah. I'm sure one person has to at least get the non-tone deaf genes.
Shit.
I pack up the egg into the pack and I get ready to go.
Okay.
During the night, I took a shower on the rain.
You took a shower on the rain?
Yeah, I bathed it in the rain.
Oh, you ran outside to bathe in the rain?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a constitution check.
Nice, I'm gonna get fucking sick. I mean, Constitution is one of my favorite skills, and
Yeah.
I can
So it's gonna be
harvest curses, but influenza, no.
unskilled Constitution.
This should be unskilled.
It's a
oh,
saving
save.
throw. Yeah.
oh, save it through. All right.
Yeah.
You're not very
Boom.
There you go.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm sturdy.
Your hair's still a little damp, but you're okay.
All right.
good. Hellish rebuke yourself to dry your hair.
Does the rain look like it stopped?
Oh yeah, it stopped.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can
Yep, you
book
guys
it
no longer
across the
hear it.
plains.
You go outside and it's a little damp. It's still got the the overcast, but there's no rain.
Okay.
Which is a good thing at least.
Continue before it rains again.
Yeah, we should make good time across the plains. So we head out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna head out with them. I want to stay here. This place sucks.
Not now it does. There's nothing in here. Okay. So you guys leave your temporary residence and you start your trek towards the back on the plane. Now, it's relatively level. There are occasional rolling hills. And the vegetation fluctuates in height. Sometimes it's like ankle level. Sometimes it's knee level. Not very often does it get any higher than that. There are some parts of the plains that you can see as you're making your way towards Haven, where the vegetation is much higher. We're talking like above the waist, chest level.
Is this
So-
for like humans or?
Yeah, for humans, yeah. So
When it
people,
gets-
so
When
So
it
for,
gets
like-
too high, I want to like climb up on top of Ibanez and kind of just ride on top of his shoulder for a little bit.
make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Huh?
Let's see. You roll an 18. Let's see.
Because knee height for a human is like, my head is just above it, so it's a little uncomfortable.
What would that be? Opposing persuasion be? Hmm,
Insight, maybe.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I don't know. Yeah, maybe an insight. Okay, you
Oh.
convince him.
Well, I actually rolled pretty good. Oh my Jesus.
No, I rolled pretty good for him. All right, so as you guys make your way, and when it gets too high, you convince Ibanez to give you the proverbial piggyback ride. And for the most part, there's no set road from where you were to Haven. It's just you can make out the road in the distance, but there was no set road from where you were. And you could make a way to the road, but you'd be costing yourself more time if you did so.
There's no road from Haven to Exodus.
There is, but you didn't leave
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we went
from
along the
Exodus.
mountains.
You left from the cave, yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's
So-
up to you guys.
So we'd have to travel more east to get to the road instead of
Yeah.
just going straight northeast to Haven, then, right?
Yep. You would probably lose anywhere between 3 and 5 hours.
I think we just keep going on. I mean,
Are we sure we're on the right way?
Haven's a very large city.
yeah, we can see
even
like
from
the
where
city, right?
Yeah, even from where you are now at this distance, you can make out the massity that is Haven.
Hmm. Then we should just keep going.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in that cave that we didn't really have. We should just go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you guys continue to trek, and by this time it's probably close to mid-afternoon, and you would guess you're maybe an hour outside of the city finally, and you can see much more clearly. Now, you guys have all been to Haven before, but the city itself is a spectacular every time you see it. It blends both science and sorcery together. It's very different compared to most of the cities of Legacy, where most of the cities are more like medieval-esque, Gothic in nature. Haven has a interesting mix between Gothic and steampunk.
Well, does anyone remember where we headed off from first? You know, the tavern that we met.
I think that would be a good place to start. The boss is
Yeah, this
just
is where I'm
there.
from.
Oh, you're from here.
Yeah, I don't come here as often as I'd like to. I love this city, but I'm constantly traveling.
Hmm. I rub my chin and wonder. I asking her, do you think you would know where the what was it, the salty vulpine is?
Oh, I would definitely know where the salty vulpine is because I'm a bard and I drink.
Or you used to drink.
I
Courthouse is from here too, isn't he?
no.
Koros
Yes,
is from here.
I
Yeah.
spent a while here. I think I spent just enough time though.
Oh, you're not looking forward to coming back?
Well, I mean, Wasn't the most exciting life being a guard.
Do you think
And
they'll
I'm sure
recognize you?
I'm sure you've thrown out your share of drunks. No, not me. Hopefully.
I think I recognize your face.
Yeah.
I don't know. Make a history check, Korhaz.
Oh,
No,
Nope.
you don't remember having to ever throw Bella out of a bar.
Good, because that'd be awkward.
Yeah, you're the drunk from the other day.
Hey, wait a minute. You're the asshole.
So that's
Journey
Eobard.
maybe you were one of the better drinkers.
Yeah. Sure.
How close are we?
You're about at this point. You're like maybe 500 feet from the city gates.
Gavin's been busily in the back putting on his disguise.
Oh. What are you disguising yourself as?
A human that doesn't look anything like Gavin. He has like a mustache on.
Do I notice him putting?
Yeah, do
on
we see
disguise?
this?
I don't know. Make investigation checks.
Okay.
This is
Nice.
Is it
actually-
investigation or perception?
I guess it would be perception. You could use either or at this case.
Nope. Not a clue.
Who are you?
So, Penguin, you're completely oblivious to the fact, but Veronica, you kind of look over your shoulder at Gavid, and you give him a raised eyebrow.
Do I notice it, by the way, or is that...
Did you? Oh yeah, both of you. I'm sorry, I didn't see your roll.
Hmm.
I see him like, what are you trying to do? What is this?
Anything right in here? Oh, don't worry about it.
You gotta do a better job than that. I try to see if I have anything better in my kits, my disguise kits to help him out. I also have the feat actor, so this is kind of something that.
Oh God.
Yeah, but the actor would only apply to you, not to him.
But okay, so but would any of my like knowledge of like disguising and dressing up help at all for him?
I mean, you can make a
I don't know what fucking.
I guess
know
what,
Performance.
I know he's gonna be trying to swindle people out of money. I know that's why he's doing it. But I wanna, you know what?
we'll just wait and see what he plans to do with it.
Okay, but I do have my criticisms about it. I'm just like, I don't know about this, but whatever.
Okay, so you guys reach the city gates, and there are. Well, let me break it down a little bit. So there are city guards in Haven because every city has city guards. However, Haven is also where Legacy's ground military is located, if that makes sense. So their equivalent of the army is stationed here in Haven. Their
Legion.
military ground force is called the Legion.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
Yeah. So as you get to the city gates, there are no city guards, but there are 2 members of the Legion watch posted at the gate.
Oh, thank God, there's no guards.
Same.
Do we recognize that they're maybe not normal guards? Would that be something we would know?
Korhaz would know because he was a city guard. So, Korhaz, you notice that these aren't city guards that posted at the gate. These are actually Legion guards.
All right. I guess I'll walk up to them and ask them what they're doing there.
They look down at you, and they don't they don't recognize you. And then one kind of looks over to the other, then back to you. We're preparing.
Preparing for what?
We've received word from Exodus.
Oh.
Can may we enter? We are we're members of Kingsfall, and we'd like to speak with our leader.
When you say the word the name Kingsfall, the one guy arcs an eyebrow. Kingsfall, you say, huh?
Yes, we just came from Exodus.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
No.
You guys just wait right here.
I'm gonna get us arrested, guys.
We're
I,
going to jail.
So the one guy looks to the other, and he nods, and he enters the city gate, and the other guy just kind of stands there with his hand out, you know, kind of barreling out his chest, hand on the hilt of his weapon, watching you all carefully.
I'm sketching his face in my sketchbook.
Okay. You guys are standing there for quite some time.
I jabber with my elbow and I go, "You're bad at singing songs and you're bad at being chalant."
Wait, so there's still one more guard watching
Yeah.
us?
mhm.
All right. I'm just gonna mention how I used to be a city guard. These people with me. The defense of the city is at my interest. I'm sure you can trust us.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god.
I show Vela my sketch.
At least you can do something.
Okay, that's not bad. Make a performance check, Penguin, to impress Vela.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh my god.
Damn.
Oh,
Fucking artist. Doing my
Well,
job.
Vela, she shows you this tablet, and like, it's a mirror image.
this makes it impressive. I feel a bit of inspiration. I'm still not over you butchering the song you don't know, but you know what? This brings me. I feel like we can come to an understanding that you and I both understand art. Just my art's better.
Why don't you know what? Why don't I draw to your songs and you sing to my drawings? We'll work together. You know, I'll do your album cover art.
I keep an eyebrow raised and look at her and be like, I don't think that's how you make music, but okay, I'm open for experimentation.
Okay. Meanwhile, Harthi, Kohaz, the guards looked at you, kind of inquisitively, and he says, "If the city is your best interest, yet but you are not within the city, and you bring these people here."
They've done a lot. They've saved some people. We saw those zombies, and I think we could do something to help.
Oh, you've seen the zombies.
Oh.
How did you escape Exodus then?
We waited for the problem to blow over.
Is there
At this point, the guy's like, "That's
I'd like
not
to sink
really
to
how
I'd like to
it
slink to the back.
is." Okay. He's like, "You guys will just wait here until he comes back."
Can I ask your name?
The guard does not answer you. So you guys are standing outside the city for a good
I show him the
10
drawing.
minutes.
I take a drink from my water flask, disappointed.
Okay. You guys come out. You guys are standing there for a good 10 minutes, and you're almost to the point where you're about to give up, thinking you're never going to get back inside of the city gates. And then the first guard comes back, and he's followed by 2 men.
Okay.
One of which is a human male, also wearing Legion attire. The other is a dark elf male,
Oh,
also wearing Legion attire. This is here, I'll show you this picture. There should be a handout that you guys can see.
Yeah.
oh,
Picture.
your violin.
Yeah.
He's handsome.
So that's what the dark elf looks like. And then I will show you what the human looks like. Do-do-do-do.
That's him again.
There we go. Finished all of Bella from the
Bard fight.
waist
just
up.
be 2 bards throwing raunchy limericks at each other.
I was thinking
I mean, maybe.
more like a violin fight.
No, it's got to be something unconventional and stupid. Fights are very serious.
If this just doesn't end in a battle of yo mama jokes.
This is what the human male looks like. You should be able to see.
Oh, he's handsome too. Does he have that shield? Because that shield seems
No,
okay.
Oh, Mr. One Spike Shield, hell yeah.
no.
Hell yeah.
He's not brandishing. You don't see the shield, or the weapon's not drawn,
But,
obviously.
yeah, the idea is he's a well-built dude with a beard.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Harthy, you can go ahead and make a history check.
Oh,
Nice.
You'll have advantage because you were guarding the city. You know both these men, and the Dark Elf is the general of the Legion's military,
Mm.
and the human male beside him would be the second in command.
Oh,
You know the Dark Elf's name is Ultan, and you know the human male's name is Balfour. And they both followed the guard that went and got them. And they come outside the city gates, and one by one, Ultan's gaze stares, looks at each one of you, and then he stops, and he smirks. He pushes through the crowd, straight up to Malachi and Sabri. He says, "Well, what do I have the honor of having my brother and sister within my city gates?"
Oh shit.
And there's a couple of moments where they're talking, but they're not talking in common. They're talking in undercommon. So does anybody speak undercommon?
Mm-mm.
nope.
Don't think so.
All right, so none of you have no idea what they're talking about. And the conversation's it's not a lengthy one, but it's long enough to the point where you're kind of anxious to know what's being said. While this is happening, Balfour is kind of looking at each one of you and he doesn't say anything. He's just giving you very intense stares.
Trying to hide from the guard.
Is he sizing me up right now?
He's sizing all of you up.
that boy don't have a vagina, I don't care.
I start sketching his face.
and this guy looks like he's definitely seen some share of combat. Think Starfang, but human version.
Oh no. Help.
He's going in my sketchbook.
Gary, no.
And then the conversation ends, and Altan heads towards the city gate. He grasps Balfour on the shoulder, gives him a reassuring nod, and motions for you all to enter the city.
Okay.
And once you guys get in the city, he stops and looks at each one of you, and he says, "Just so you know, the guild that you guys are with is under investigation.
Why?
There is rumors pointing to the fact that your leader may be more involved with the problems in Exodus than she's letting on."
We wanted to talk to her about that.
Well, good luck finding her because she's not at the hall.
Hmm.
How long has she been gone?
For about a week now.
So since we left.
She's just missing, like the guard doesn't have her?
The guard doesn't have her. We've been looking for her. And we've
Okay.
searched the entire hall up and down.
Have you searched in the city? The sewers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so much for that.
Now, her second in command is still there. So, I mean, you could talk to him if you need to. But she's currently MIA and he has no idea where she is either.
That doesn't sound right. Could you lead us over there?
I mean,
I mean, we could, but you should know where the hall is, right? You're members of the guild?
Are we free to move around the city? They seemed like they didn't really like us.
Well, that's because when
We
you
didn't-
have one of the largest adventuring guilds in the realm having a bad reputation all the time, you're going to get that.
Well, we didn't know that.
Wouldn't be the first.
I would suggest that you do your business with your nose clean, because they will not hesitate to put you in the stocks.
I shiver, remembering the feeling. Well, let's go speak to the second in command.
I'm sorry, what was your name again? Because you're their brother.
Alton,
Alton. Okay.
General DeVere.
Javier.
Out of curiosity, I'd like to feel for any other champions of Imperial in the area.
Go ahead.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
You do not sense any others except for you and Malachi and Sabri.
Okay. I figured as much.
I'd like to insight check Alton.
Okay.
Oh, damn it.
As far as you can tell, he's being forthright.
He's a good man, alright.
That there is a good man.
So, Alton, he walks away with Balfour. And Malachi and Sabri look to you. Look, we're not part of the guild, but we'll be in town. So when you guys conclude your business, whatever you find, you can find us at the Blood, Sweat, and Tears Tavern.
Blood, sweat, and tears. Okay.
I mean, I could probably find you wherever you are, but yes. Thank you.
That's he nods it. That's true.
You got it,
Okay.
General.
Alright, let's head over to the Vulpine and see what Duff knows.
Yeah, well, yeah, that you could do that. Yep.
Got any feasts?
Can you
No, but he's
scribe
got a lot
some-
of books.
Yeah, can you give me a book?
Okay. So you guys are roughly there. That's the city gates.
Wait, where? I'm sorry, I was writing something. Okay, I see.
And this is Legion. This is the Legion barracks. This is General DeVere's estate, You got some stables down here. This is a Salty Ball Pine. This is Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Okay.
This is King's Falls Adventuring Guild.
Okay.
So we've never been inside of the guild, have we?
Mm-mm.
No, because you did not meet there.
We met at the Volpine.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, let's get going.
Well, do we want to go to the... We're going to the Volpine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's where we go.
So you guys make your way through the town, and I mean, Haven's a very large city, and there's lots of people here, but it's very odd because you would expect there to be more foot traffic on the roads, but there is very little people milling about the city.
As a former resident, would I notice something is really off?
You would know, yeah, you would know this to be like what they would do during a lockdown or a advance to prepare for siege or an attack.
Okay.
And even Korhaj, you would know the same thing, being an ex-city guard. This is this whole feeling that you get while you're walking down the street would be evidence to speculate either an oncoming attack.
I guess
Sorry
I'll
about
just
that. Oh my god, what the fuck's happening?
same.
You were saying?
Sorry about that. Holy shit. Oh, go ahead.
I guess I'll just shiver it off and keep going to the inn.
Okay.
I don't notice anything wrong. I'm very rarely here, so I'm just marching along.
Gavin's not too worried about what's going on in Haven.
All right, so you guys press down the road, and not too long before you get to the Salty Balkan. However, there's no patrons here today, whereas last time you guys were here, it was fairly busy.
Is there anybody inside? Is Duff inside?
Duff is inside, yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at things.
He looks like
Is he just bored?
no, he looks very anxious, and he's kind of pacing back and forth, mumbling, flipping through a book of some sort, as if looking for something.
Hey, buddy, what you got there?
He pauses and looks at you. Oh, the replacements.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you were the last assignment she sent out before she vanished. What did she send you on?
We were looking for a stolen artifact.
You know, I'm not too convinced with that idea. Convinced that we were almost killed in the process by some strange being that is now probably the responsible of what you guys are probably really concerned about, aren't you?
Well, we haven't
He-
been able to give our report yet, Baraka.
He kind of stops pacing and sets the book down and leans heavily against the countertop. What exactly transpired on your assignment to recover an item?
Well, we
How much do we want to tell him? Mm-hmm.
a lot of zombies were happened. A lot of zombies.
Zombies.
And the
Well, I
road-
already know that. The city's on lockdown preparing for this zombie army that we got word about.
Wrath was killed.
Wrath was killed.
Wrath, we found his body in Exodus.
Huh. Kind of leans heavily against one of his hands. So Wrath was killed. Surfall sent you to find an item. And now zombies are marching from Exodus to who knows where. Do you have anything else to share?
There was a robed figure.
A robed figure.
A man who did not walk. He flew around like a ghost. Dressed in black.
Did the man speak?
I mean, yeah, he told us he was gonna kill us, but, you know.
Right. Right.
I remember, and I poke Penguin. The note. Do you still have it?
Which note?
One that he left.
I have lots
He
of notes.
almost killed Bella.
I show him. The only thing I have in my handouts right this second is a tattered scroll, which I don't remember where we found it.
Tattered scroll.
Yes, but I show him that. I think that's the one that we found when it was just me and Baraka and Gavid, and we were saving the other four. Like the very first session.
Yeah, that could have been
Okay.
where you found it at. He
Okay.
looks over the note. He says, "So somebody's trying to frame Surfall, according to this."
Well, can I just ask you questions and just talk to you? Like, she's not in on anything bad that you know about, right?
I mean, not that I know about, but
You're not in on anything bad, right?
I don't even adventure anymore. This is my bar. This is my life.
I'm gonna insight check him.
Okay.
Same.
Oh god.
Oh,
He's
nice.
telling the truth, guys.
Penguin, you completely believe him.
I do.
Hmm.
Baraka, he generally does not seem to have any idea what the hell is going on. He's just about as confused as you are. You guys are.
All right.
So, what are you looking through there? Is that just her assignments, or?
It's not really a guild. Look, the guild comes here a lot. This is their official whatever. I don't even know what you call it. They come here a lot. She spends a lot of her time here. She has this book. She writes stuff in it. I have no idea what the hell I'm looking for. I'm just trying to get the clue as to where she might be, because the guard's breathing down my neck, and it's affecting my patrons, and it's affecting my business. I don't even know what the hell to do anymore.
Maybe you should let us take a look.
At the book? Go ahead. He throws the book across the counter.
Oh, good. So you have to persuade him.
Have a drink. Sit down, have a drink. There's nobody else in here. Just chill out. It's okay.
So I'd like to look at the book.
Okay. So, what languages do you speak?
Common and Dwarvish. It's
You
probably
have
written in
no
Elvish.
idea what this is written in.
is he able to tell, like, to describe the way that it's written? Like, is it like very curvy or?
He's got the book. He can do what he wants with the book at the moment.
Is Duff still around?
No, he went to go get a very large glass of whatever it is.
Can I peek
Well,
at it?
I can't read this. I don't know what language this is.
Can I peek at it?
If he lets you.
Go ahead.
I speak Common, Gnomish, and Druidic.
No. Okay. This is actually written in Druidic language.
Huh! Hey guys,
Hmm.
hey, I can read this.
Oh, what does it say?
Well,
So you take a couple moments and you look over just the first couple of pages. You kind of flip back and forth, and it's a bunch of what you think is locations or places in Legacy
okay.
with dates and numbers. But you don't know what the numbers correspond to. And once in a while you'll see names, but the names don't make sense.
So it's a bunch of like coordinates, I guess.
It's like
Yeah.
Gibber.
Okay.
Hmm.
Coordinates, dates. How do you mean they don't make sense? Like they don't. Like they're
They
gibberish
look
names?
like they're names, but they don't. They look like they should be names, but it's just like a bunch of letters.
Okay. I'd like to pull out the map of Legacy that we
Mhm.
took from Exodus, and
Okay.
I'd like to start matching up the coordinates with the places on the map.
Okay. Go ahead and do a survival check,
Okay.
and anybody else,
Oh god damn it.
who wants to help her, can do like if you.
Yeah, I'm gonna start like reading off these things to them.
I would
because
say
they can't read.
history.
Nice.
Oh Jesus.
Good job, guys.
Good roll.
Wow.
I have a negative. What is it? A negative 1 to intelligence. Let me do this.
Okay, well, let's
History
fucking
real
go.
fast.
I rolled like a 6, didn't I? Oh God.
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
Oh
Send help.
So
I don't know anything.
you guys are reading these coordinates off, or Penguin, you're reading these coordinates off, and you're trying to match them up with the map that you have, but you can't lock down some of these coordinates, and even Varaka, you're and Bella. I mean, the coordinates don't seem to make sense. Gavin, even you and Korhas, you're like, that could be this place or it could be that place, but you're not quite sure.
Has stuff come out yet?
He comes back with his gigantic tankard of some type of slosh.
Hey, Duff, could you actually read this? Or...
He goes, I can make out some of it, not all of it.
Okay, have you shown this to the guard yet?
No.
May we?
I mean, if you think it's going to do you any good.
I don't think we
mean,
should.
Why not?
Then what if they take it and they won't give it back? Then we're left without nothing.
I don't want the whole guild to remain under investigation if she's being shady about something. If it's her fault, then I want it to be her that takes the fall for it and not all of us.
But
And if
Duff
it's
goes,
not her fault, then I want her to be found and not be her fault.
Duff says, well, if she is at fault, who's to say there's not others in the guild that are with her? Or if she's not at fault, who's to say there's not somebody in the guild that is against her? I mean, this note clearly says or speculates dissension within the guild. Right?
Besides,
Unless this note's fake. Did you forge this note?
No.
no.
Do you know of anyone who was a problem?
I mean, come on. It's the largest adventuring guild in the realm. I'm sure there's problem people, or has been problem people.
I mean, you know, anybody that stuck out in particular.
It's like, I don't know of anybody, but you know, she was pretty close-lipped with guild affairs after I left. So
Hmm.
I mean, you can go and talk to whoever is running it while she's gone.
Guild affairs. Hmm. Where is this?
Over in the guild.
Post.
Okay. Okay. Can we keep this?
Yeah. Doesn't do me any good.
Okay. I hope your business picks up soon.
So do I. I don't want to have to close. I enjoyed this more than I did the adventuring.
Hmm. Since I was, how much do taverns usually make on a decent night?
It depends on the location of the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
This particular area is like one of the three major taverns in the central part of the city, and they're all upper class taverns, and they're almost always busy.
As somebody that used to frequent bars, would I have an idea of like how much they would be making?
You could probably make a rough estimate, and you would know that the kind of money that this establishment would draw in being affiliated with a guild
Mm-hmm.
is on the larger side. And for this tavern to be completely empty this time of day, yeah.
I walk up to Duff and I say, "Hey, can I get something to go? Just something weak.
Sure, what would you like?
Some my character would know alcohol. I'd say like a weak ale.
Okay. He nods and fetches the tankard and fills it up and slides it across the counter.
I pour it into one of my sub flasks that I have. I have multiple flasks. I'm an alcoholic,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd like to. It'd be like, I know this isn't much, but this this tavern and among other taverns, I mean, I would hate to see any of them go under, and I'd like to tip 75 gold.
He he's kind of speechless as you say that.
Hmm.
He's like, are you sure?
That's and money's not an issue for me. I appreciate I appreciate the time. I appreciate the time and what you've done for the city, just having a tavern open. Yeah, I have 150 gold, by the way, so I'm gonna take that off. No, I have 175. I have 170 gold, so I'll be down to 95.
Okay. So go ahead and mark it off. And
Yep.
he says, "Thank you. That's very kind of you."
All right, and then I turn to the I put the flask away and turn the rest of them. Be like, all right, well, let's go to King's Fall.
Let's
Okay.
go.
I should point out that I just remember that because I'm an urchin, I actually know my way around cities, and we travel quicker. Not that it
Yep.
matters, but
I said you're not really restricted on traveling right now, so
I'm just gonna put that out there.
Just
that
run.
could come in handy later on though. So you guys, are you leaving the Salty Vulpin?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So you guys leave the tavern, and again, you're met with almost empty streets. You see Legion members patrolling, couple city guards walking with them.
I kind of turn my ring so that the crest isn't visible. And like anything that would
Okay.
tie me to the guild, I just kind of hide.
Okay. You guys make your way up the street towards the entrance of um, the guild hall, and when you get there, the building itself. Remember the very well-to-do building that you guys seen in Exodus?
Mhm.
The hall itself is along that line, but much more grand. There are 5 Legion guards posted out front, watching people come and go. They see you approach, but they don't say anything to you.
So we can just go past them and go inside.
Yeah, they don't. They're not stopping people from. They're not stopping people coming and going. They're just watching people.
I'm pretty uncomfortable with this.
Well, it's not look like we are suspicious. Just act natural and perhaps.
We're not suspicious.
Exactly, let's not act like we are.
We're the replacements. I don't think we're supposed to mean anything anyway to these people, kind of, for now.
We're not
Hopefully.
what they're looking for, anyways.
We're not the droids they're looking for.
I was gonna say that.
Kind of the F team.
So we head on
So
inside.
what are you guys doing?
Uh,
You walking past them or going inside?
yeah.
So you walk past them. You enter the end of the hall. Now, none of you have actually been in the hall before, so this is an all new experience for you. As you cross the threshold into the interior, the first room you're in is a grand hall with ornate black onyx marble pillars racing towards the ceiling, holding in place. The mahogany floors are just covered in etchings of gold filigree, and there's a desk set in the middle of it, and behind the desk is a female minotaur,
Okay.
and she's very frantic. There are still other people coming and going. Nobody's stopping at the desk to speak with her at the moment, but she's sitting there, and she looks very agitated.
I'm gonna go up to her and I'm gonna say, hi.
And she looks down at you. What business do you have with Kingsfall?
We're just checking in.
She kind of squints. Checking in?
I kind of like look past my party and then I look at
Oh
her
my
like I'm
goodness.
like, help me.
I'm just like I can't take these baboons talking to people anymore. I need somebody that knows how to talk to people.
I'm just like, help me.
I take charge and be like, "Hello there. We are associates of this guild, and we are coming in to speak, to perhaps have a chance of speaking to the second in command."
And you would be which mission group?
I don't. I was captured, so I don't know.
We're the replacements.
Yes, we are the replacements. We were sent on a mission to
Recover a missing artifact that was stolen.
Yes.
Correct.
Did you find the artifact?
No.
No.
Okay. she's like, okay.
But there is more to it. It's not that we just went and gave up. There's an important, urgent issue that we'd like to speak to the second in command about.
We'll have to go talk to Rek. He's upstairs.
Thank you so much. And I clasp my hands together and I do a little tiny.
She
little
says,
bow.
follow the stairs up. First door on the right. You can't miss them.
"Thank you."
Okay.
And
What's your
I-
name?
Tech. Just call me Tech.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Let me go upstairs, I guess.
Going ahead. We can't say anything more than this, right?
All right. So you guys leave the front desk. Make your way up the stairs.
As
And,
we're going, I'd like to kind of. Do I know if we go over our ring, like, our ring isn't connected to, like, the entire Kingsfall, right? It's just our
No,
group.
it's just connected to your party. The rings are specifically set up that way.
Okay, I'd like to just send them my message. I'm like, I don't know how much we can tell them right now, but maybe we should just be completely honest. That's kind of my go-to thing.
At this point, I mean, the worst has happened and the guild leader has disappeared. I don't think that hiding anything from them is going to accomplish anything right now. Everything is already in a panic.
By the way that everyone's reacting, it seems that only the leader was somehow related to this problem. Everyone is confused and scared.
Seems like
If
most of the members don't really. They're not important to the Legionnaires at all.
Honesty it is. We go to the room.
So you guys make your way up the stairs, and then as you get to the top of the stairs, there's 4 individuals that are in a conversation, and this is outside of the room that you were directed to. The doors are closed to that room, but there are 4 individuals sitting outside. 2 of them are male. One is a tiefling. One is a human. The other 2 are female. One is a goblin. And the other is a half elf or an elf. You're not quite sure.
How long are the pointy ears?
They're not very long. So it would definitely suggest some type of mixed lineage.
Okay. What are they're just talking? What are they talking about?
They're speaking in a language you don't seem to understand.
does anyone seem to understand?
I smash my head. God. Green.
No, none of you seem to comprehend this language at all. It doesn't even sound like a known language to you guys. It's very abstract.
Hmm.
And as you guys get to the top of the stairs, they stop and look at you. One of the females, the half elf. Well, let me just start at the beginning. So, like, the 2 males are both garbed in heavy armor. Okay, shiny plate.
Mhm.
All right. The goblin is in robes. Dark colored. With hints of like a crimson, deep blue, and the half elf is in white.
Hmm. Okay. I'd like to say, so is one of you Rek?
The goblin steps forward and kind of gives you a acquisitive eye. Who wants to know?
Me, Penguin.
And you are.
Penguin.
We established that already.
I slap my head. I'm like, Jesus criminy. Hi there. And I step forward. I have to take the reins again. I step forward. I'm like, hi there. We are associate. We are associates of this guild. We were sent on a mission to get a relic, and things got complicated, and we need to talk specifics with the second in command because the first is not here. I'm guessing.
She looks at you, and you would be the replacements, right?
That is correct.
Yes.
So you was the last mission she sent out before she vanished.
Yes, and
It
Things-
seems so.
things got very dicey, and
Yes, yes. Let's talk about the details of your dice. And she nods to the other three people, and you catch names. She looks to the half elf, and she says, "We'll speak more of this later." And she says, "Miss Goldmantle." And then to the two males, Lord Richter and
Which one's Richter?
Richter is the, what did I say, tiefling,
Okay. Yeah. you said-
and then the other one was a human, right?
Yeah.
Did I say human?
You did say human.
Okay. It was Lord Richter and Ark.
Excuse me.
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
And an Archmage, Vrax.
VRAX?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
They nod. Varaka,
Mm-hmm.
make a history check.
God.
our rolls have been so bad tonight.
Oh my
Their
god.
history checks, please.
You wouldn't. When she turned to the half elf and said, Gold Mantle, you are very familiar with that name. It is a noble house from your city of Blackstone.
My ear perks. I mentioned the name. I just kind of like, I guess, look over everyone, trying to catch a glimpse of the person.
You have not seen this particular individual before, but you are not familiar with every one of those members of that house. And as the three pass by you, Rek opens the door and ushers you all inside.
Must make a mental note for this.
So she ushers you inside, and the office is very plush, very, very adorned. There are large couches and very comfy. The fireplace is currently lit, producing a little bit of a heat in this very big room. She says, "All right, sit down. What do you guys have to report? What happened? What do you know?
Is
Do
anyone
you know where
listening?
Shorefall is?"
Did those people leave from the door?
Yeah, they're gone. They walked past you as you guys were walking inside.
Okay, so we saw them leave.
Yes.
Okay. I say to Rek, are we in complete seclusion here?
Well, yes. This is my office, and there's just us here.
Okay, I'm just...
At least, as far as I'm aware. Who knows now?
Um, we don't know where Surfall is. We just found out as we entered the city that she was missing. Um, we did not get the artifact yet. We are becoming increasingly entangled in something larger than I think any of us realized.
See, this is what I don't understand. She sent you on a mission to recover an artifact that was apparently stolen from the vaults?
Yes.
There's nothing missing from the vaults. I've went through the vaults multiple times and every item is accounted for.
Does do any of you have a record of what we were gonna look for?
No. That doesn't make any sense. I don't.
Are we the first to be sent for this?
No, we weren't. There was another
We were-
party that she sent, she said.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you find? Or what did you not find? What happened? Why are the city guards now and Legion guards posted out front of the guild hall as if we're under scrutiny? What did she do?
I don't know what she did. She sent us after a thing that makes zombies, and we went to Exodus, and Exodus was just decimated, and there was a lot that happened. We think that what we have been sent for is turning out to be a Horn of Orcus. And I just kind of
Horn of Orcus? There's a very long pause. The goblin, I mean, she's like deep in thought. You can see the panic across her face. Horn of Orcus? We've never had that in the vaults. You know how much attention that would draw to the guild? If that were to even come out?
What does it even do, or what does it come from? Could you tell us?
I'm assuming it has something to do with the undead. Then
It can be used for that, but you're talking about a piece from a fucking greater demon.
Oh,
Like
I
one of the lords of the plains of hell. Greater demon.
Do you know if she had any workings with the Coppertail family in Exodus?
I mean, the name sounds familiar, but I don't know what kind of working she may have had with them. Coppertails.
They're bad dudes. They're bad hombres.
How so?
They're public enemy
su-
number one in Exodus,
they're-
apparently.
they are a very sketchy family that lives in Exodus. That's known for dealing in the kind of underbellings, and we went to investigate their estate. We found that they had ties to the choir.
Really?
Choir of
Yes,
Baal?
the choir of Bow. Yes.
Well, that's definitely not a good thing. But how does this fit in with the Horn of Ek?
The Coppertails were looking for the horn.
The Coppertail, yes, the Coppertails were looking for the horn for themselves.
There's a possibility that they have it.
And let me guess, you didn't find them in Exodus.
Correct.
Wow. And she tried to cover this all up by saying it was a simple recover mission, huh?
That's all we
Wonder
thought
what
it
her
was.
angle is with this.
I show her Sir Paul's little journal thing with the coordinates. And
He kind of looks through the journal. Clever girl.
oh, you
Wrote it
can
in
read
druid
too?
script.
I can read it. I can read it to you.
No, I can read it.
Okay.
Druid script. These coordinates don't make sense though. They don't point to any particular point on the map. And these names, they look like a bunch of gibber.
Is it a code?
It could be. We don't have a cipher to unlock it.
There was someone in our travels. I don't know if it matters, but there was a robed figure. He floated around instead of walking. Very powerful sorcerer wizard.
Did you get his name?
Not really.
Um,
Was he friend or foe?
foe. He tried
Very
to
much
kill us.
foe.
Oh,
I show her the tattered scroll as well. I also show her. We found a note. Oh yeah, we found the note in the Book of Bal, the one that says the figure in white leads the choir.
mm-hmm.
So I show her that.
Okay.
Any other fragments of scraps that
You've collected?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm laying all the cards on the table.
Alright. So she takes some time and she's quiet as she flips between everything you presented before her. And then she looks up at you, at the group of you, and she's like, "You guys are all new recruits. And this has all been thrown on your plate?"
Seems so.
Crazy, ain't it?
To be honest, I've been drunk for almost all of this, and I thought this was normal.
She laughs at that. Well, I don't think anything about this is normal. She gives you a mission and then she disappears. And the mission wasn't even a legit mission, obviously, because nothing has been stolen from the vaults. This is very particular. Well. So the army of undead that left Exodus, where did they go?
We don't know.
They disappeared in a mist.
Missed, you say?
Yes, they were in the front gates of Exodus, and then a mist appeared, and then they disappeared with the mist.
And you mentioned a robed figure who floated.
Correct.
I
So I'm assuming he has something to do with the undead.
didn't look pretty alive to me when I hit him with my sword. I'll tell you that much.
Did you see him wield anything that could be assumed to be the horn of Orcus, maybe?
There was somebody on the first day that held a cube.
A cube.
Yes, but that's not the same person that Varaga's talking about, I think.
Well, I mean, if it is the horn of Orcus, it could be inside of something, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, this is a lot for a bunch of recruits to be bearing, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we're doing our best though.
Looks like it. So, what did you just come to report in, or do you have something else you're chasing down, or what?
We wanted to question her because
Yeah,
she's
I would like to question her too. So if you find her before we do, let me know.
okay.
We're trying to find leads on her because she's kind of. We were hoping that would be our next lead, but right now we're at a dead end as she's not here anymore.
Yeah, I know. She's been gone for like literally the day after she sent you guys out. She's been missing since then.
Did she say where she went to? Obviously not, but any
No.
any idea? Anything that she might have said before?
We've checked the safe houses, and we have not found any signs of her.
Yeah.
So wherever she's at, she disappeared on purpose.
When did the guards show up?
About 2 days ago.
As they, well, good on them, because the horde that was in front of Exodus is no laughing matter. It's almost the city's worth of undead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were told. They've been monitoring our dealings. They come in every day and look at the mission logs.
Can you tell us about Wrath?
The spy?
We were supposed to meet with him in Exodus and found his body instead.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. He was one of our field operatives. He was pretty good at what he did. So he hadn't been back to the hall for a while. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not.
I show him Wrath's journal.
Okay, he flips through the journal. So she sent him first. This is interesting. This makes me wonder how many people she kept hush-hush about this entire thing. And you said the Coppertails operated out of Exodus, and they're
Correct.
bad people?
Yeah.
Obviously bad people.
Apparently, the locals have been trying to get them exiled out of the city, but the bureaucracy of it all just won't push for that.
Gotta love politics. Well, this is definitely probably not what any of you signed up for, and I apologize for that. If you guys want to step away, I would hardly blame you at this point.
I want to see this through.
See, I don't have much else to go to. That's why I came here.
Okay.
So now that I'm here, I want to see it happen, and I want to see it go through.
I have a personal investment in this mission now, so I have to see it through.
If I leave, I go back to a fishing village and nothing more.
She looks up to Gavin. You're awfully quiet, human.
I just don't want to be in the city anymore. So if you have a task for us that we can help you with, we can leave freely.
Got a problem with city?
A little bit.
I think you picked the wrong troop to walk with if you have a problem with the city.
Let's see what happens.
You were fine in Rowan. What's wrong?
It's fine. I have it under control.
If the man doesn't want to talk about it, doesn't want to talk about it.
Well, I don't
Penguin will remember this.
I don't have any idea where to send you to find Surfall. None of us know where she's at, so I can't help you with that lead, sadly. You could take the information that you've given to us, and you can give it to the city guard or the Legion guard. I mean, you could go talk to the general. He's hands invested with this.
I think we already spoke with him at length.
Oh. Wow.
Mm.
I hope it didn't scare you too much. He's actually a pretty nice guy.
The two companions that we were traveling with.
Are they still with us?
No, they're not.
No, they went with
All
they
right.
went with him. Two companions. There's two more. to your troop?
Yes, but not guild
Yeah.
members.
Oh, okay.
We just kind of picked them up on the way. They weren't. They had no dealings with Serpo.
Okay. Well, um, did she? Was there any mention of compensation upon? I guess you didn't really complete it, but you didn't really not complete it, right? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, she said there would be something when we came back. We did get a little bit when we found after our first leg. We did get a little bit, and when we got the rings, our rings. But I mean, our journey wasn't done, so
Well, we can, as members of the guild, we can compensate you for what information you have brought us. So, go ahead and wait right here. I'll go fetch you some earnings.
Oh, like that. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you very much.
So she leaves you guys in the room.
Okay, I didn't mention any of the god stuff because I thought that was too weird, but you know,
I appreciate that.
yeah.
I don't think that are of concerns of King's Fall. They're kind of actually my concerns.
Yeah,
But
I figured, you know, if anyone was gonna mention it, it would be you. So, what do you guys think?
I'm thinking talking about the divine intervention would actually make things much worse for the guild. So
It's not like we don't want to tell them, but
Do you think she's in on whatever business this is?
I'm curious what those people had to say.
One of them was in white, and I noted that.
one of them was a gold mantle.
What's a gold mantle? Is that a type of person?
Ah, the worst type of person.
Oh,
Let's not talk about that. How?
if you think it's
One of-
relevant, I mean,
Uh, not for this. No.
do you want me to fight him?
You don't want to fight the gold mantle.
I'll fight anything. Not really. Ibanez will fight anything.
You could probably stand up to them, but not for long. Anyway, where do we go from here?
I feel like we could question every person in this guild and we would come to about the same answer.
Hmm.
Well, the second in command doesn't know anything. I'm pretty sure a bunch of mooks wouldn't know anything.
We did bring up that there might be other traders in the guild, right? Like we did. I was counting that DM in when I said I told her everything, when I told Rek everything, that I told her that there was probably other people in the guild that were.
Well, you showed her the note that you found that suggested
Yeah,
that she was being framed.
right.
So, yeah, so it would have been mentioned in the conversation.
Okay. I feel like maybe we shouldn't talk to anybody else in the guild in case word gets to the wrong ears.
And you know what they said? We don't know if there's anyone in the guild that is working with her. They could just be acting surprised.
So a couple of moments pass, and Rhett comes back in the room with a medium-sized chest, places it on the table in front of you guys, and pops the lid open. Hopefully this conversation will help for what you've endeavored so far.
I'm gonna peek in the chest.
Inside, you find it's fairly loaded with coin, most of it being gold. It would take you probably a good hour and a half to count all the coin in there.
So I just asked Greg, how much is this?
Well, for what you brought us, I figured it was worth a bit of money. So, there's 5,000 gold in there.
Oh my goodness!
Uh, uh, you think
Thank
this
you.
is... You
I've
know
never
what?
seen so much money. I just want to like pull up a handful of it and just let it fall out of my fingers.
Okay.
I've never seen so much.
You still got a lot to live for, Fairmont. Well, what would you have us do now that this has happened?
Well, that's just it. I don't know where to send you guys. You brought us information on a mission that was never officially in the books. And the leader's Serval is missing, so we can't question her about it. And now this mission that she sent you on is tied to the an undead army that's marching out of Exodus.
Hmm. If you don't mind me being privy to matters relate that might not be unrelated to this, but who are those people that you were speaking with earlier?
They are investors for the guild.
Hmm.
A gold mantle is an investor for the guild?
Yeah, she's a nice lady. I've never had any problems with her. Why, do you know her?
I scoff. Not particularly. But how did you meet this gold mantle? Why is she interested?
Well, I didn't meet her. Serval set all this up.
Of course.
Hmm.
Well, and why is she coming here personally?
Well, we had to send word that Serval's been missing, so they came to Haven to talk about options to keep the clan or the guild going, or what's going to happen if the Legion forces us to close.
And if you don't mind me asking, what would happen? Where would all this money and artifacts go to?
They would be distributed to other safe houses. Some of them would be kept in the garrison under lock and key of the Legion Guard.
And would some of it go to the investors?
Yeah, to pay off some of the debt that we've accrued. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. That's what I needed to hear.
We will leave it to you if you want to tell the guards. I don't know if you think it's prudent for us to talk to the guards, but
I mean,
we haven't told them nearly as much as what we told you.
seeing as how you are new members of the guild, like fresh members of the guild, you could probably use that to your advantage. I would not keep anything from the Legion Watch if I were. If given the option, I would not keep anything from the Legion Watch.
Okay. Maybe that's where we'll go then. Maybe we'll take all this to them and see if they have anything for us.
I would say to whatever this is, whatever this whole picture is, whatever game she's playing, I would say watch your tails because it doesn't sound like she's playing anything safe.
No, it doesn't. It's definitely not been safe up to now.
If anything anything associated with Orcus is usually bad.
Aye.
Alright, well, I suppose we'll be on our way and deal with other matters, and if we come across any leads or any clues, maybe we'll perhaps brainstorm them, bring them along your way, and maybe help you guys out.
We would thank you for your services being members of the guild.
Okay. Is it just, by the way, is it just money that's on the treasure chest?
Yes, it's just gold.
I'm kind of sad Ibanez isn't. I mean, he is here to see all the shiny, but Till isn't here to react to all the shiny.
Till's watching the
Right.
stream.
He's
Oh.
probably just like shaking.
Hmm. Is the goblin wearing a ring? Incidentally,
She is.
and that basically answers my question.
Okay, we leave. Or I'm turning to leave if everybody else. If we're good, we're
Yeah.
leaving.
I'm good.
Are we not going to distribute the money?
I thought that would go into party funds, but
I ask, Rek, is there a possibility to turn this gold into platinum pieces?
Yeah, I mean, you would have to go down to the bank to do so, but yeah, I don't see why it would be an issue.
Thank you.
is it too heavy?
Odds.
It's a little conspicuous having a giant chest around with it. It's best to possibly break it down into platinum.
You know, and also carrying that sort of sum of gold is not that easy. It's quite heavy, as you might imagine.
We need some sort of bag that can hold things.
You think?
There was things of legend, magical bags, but things that I only heard in the rumors and the streets. I don't think they're true, really.
I'm sure something like that would be quite expensive, and it seems silly to spend money to hold the money.
Yeah, but wait, what if they could hold other things? Like Ibanez wouldn't have had to drag that Hydra head around.
I mean, I'm sure he would anyway.
Well, well. What if we make him hold the bag?
No.
We're saying all this as we're like walking out the guild hall.
Yep. You guys walk out the guild hall, and the guards are still there. And they're kind of watch you suspiciously, but they don't make any motion to stop you.
So our first stop has to be to a bank. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Courthouse, you would know where the closest currency depot is, and you would lead the party to it.
Yeah.
And you're in an establishment. You guys do your transactions, so you convert your gold to platinum, making it much easier to carry around and less heavy.
Thank the Lord. Okay, I guess we'll add that 500. It will be 500 pieces, right? Platinum.
Yeah, I believe. I think that's right. Let me double check here what the ratio is. I think it's 500 though.
Yeah, I guess it's 100. I think. 500 pieces. There we go.
Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the one gold is 1/10 of a platinum piece. So 5,000 gold, 500 platinum.
Nice.
So you convert your currency. Where would you like to go next?
To the Blood, Sweat, and Tears Tavern. I want to go talk to Malachi and Sabri.
Okay.
And their
So
brother.
you leave the currency place and you head towards Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and you get to this tavern. And both Bella and Korhaj, you have been in this tavern before. This tavern is actually owned by General Devere
Is he there?
and is ran by him and his wife.
Nice.
A tavern. Ooh.
Let me.
Oh shit! Music.
So as you enter the tavern, this does have business. However, most of the business would be city guard and Legion Watch members. You get the occasional citizens non-related to the watch here, but a majority of it would be military presence. And in the corner you see Malachi and Sabri sitting with Altan and a woman that you guys have not seen before. And let me show you what she looks like.
Penguin will remember that.
Penguin will remember this.
Oh,
This is what she looks like.
Oh
Ooh.
my goodness.
I'm weak.
Penguin will definitely remember that.
Penguin will remember this.
I think Vala will remember this.
Oh yes, I will.
So all four of them are sitting against the northern wall of the tavern on a table at a table by themselves. They don't seem to see you through the crowd. So
I go up to them. I kind of just drag over a chair and join them at the table.
okay. As you sit down, you're this little. Where do you sit down at?
I'm gonna sit.
It's a big table, so there's plenty of chairs around it. Like this is like a banquet sized table. And it's
Oh,
off
okay.
in the section of the tavern which is like used for more personal affairs.
I'm gonna sit right here. Next to the pretty lady.
Okay. What is everybody else doing?
Are there drinks at the table?
There are.
So I go.
There's actually a cask on the table.
Making.
great.
I look around to see if there's anybody that might recognize me, because I'm probably not going to be drinking, and I need to keep up appearances.
You can make an investigation check.
Doing it well. I'm really stupid. Don't worry, it's in character.
You see nobody that looks like they could
Oh,
point you
God,
out in the
this is gonna
crowd.
this is gonna fucking wreck me later.
Nice.
Bella will
okay.
remember this. Except she
No,
won't.
I won't.
And so what are the rest of you doing? Yeah, Penguin and Baraka went to the table.
All right, what do we got here?
What is Gavid and Korhaz and Vela doing there?
This is. Oh wait, okay, I know what this is. Okay, yeah. We'll go see what they're up to over here.
Yeah, I just came here just to see what they're up to.
Yeah, I'll just join the rest of them.
Okay, so one by one, you each walk to the table and you pull up an empty chair and You sit down and listen to the conversation, and they all stop and acknowledge you one by one as you take a seat. And Malachi says, "Well, did you guys find out anything?"
Nobody knows where she went.
As a matter of fact, what she sent us on isn't even on the record.
Wow, this just gets better and better, doesn't it?
None of the relics were actually missing from a vault, and they've never actually ever had the relics she sent us to look for.
So what, is she trying to make you guys take the fall for it?
Probably.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Can I assume that you filled the general in on everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what we've been in here talking about. Well, that and family. He apparently got married. Meet my sister-in-law. This is Chantel.
I get a little shy. Hi, I'm Penguin.
Disappointed at the words married, but charmed.
She nods, and this woman definitely half elven in nature.
Sigh even.
Oh
Fair.
no.
Very fair skin, honey colored hair. It's a little past her shoulder blades. She's dressed in splint. She has like this maroon colored cloak. But what's odd is the insignia on her right pauldron. It's a raven's head. You guys can make a history check if you would like.
History?
Oh,
Oh.
snaps!
Oh, finally!
Easy.
The good roll of the night.
Ah!
You did it.
Jesus.
Oh shit!
Oh.
I clicked off of roll 20. So my roll was so bad that it crashed.
Nice!
Oh my God.
No.
Fucking great! I
Those
love
two
it.
nat ones, man.
Fuck, we don't know anything this session.
I'm from a fishing town. Like what?
I'm not even
Har-
here.
Harthy. Being a man of the divine, you recognize the insignia that belongs to the Raven Queen.
What else do I know about the Raven Queen? Like,
You know she's a newer deity in the ethereal planes, and she's closely related to death, which is even more interesting considering that you're dealing with Baal already.
all right. I'll just ask about the insignia on the shoulder pads you said.
Yeah, on her right pauldron.
All right. Yeah, I'll ask about those. I'll let her know that I already know that it's from the Raven Queen, just so less likely to hide stuff.
Yeah.
She gives you a very curious look. Why do you inquire about my deity?
Well, we're dealing with a lot of gods that have to do with death already. We might as well know if there's another one that comes into the mix.
Which guys do you speak of?
Hold on, what was his name?
Ball?
Ball? Yeah, Ball.
She opposes Baal, and she vies for his power. So I don't think it's a mutual arrangement between the two.
That's good to know. Gods and stuff. Yeah.
Gods and demons.
I just shrug in place. Yeah,
I cough.
we're okay, I suppose.
Well then,
Actually, can I? We went up to the Guild Tavern, and then we went up to the Guild Hall as well, and we found a journal that Sir Fall had written in, and I show them the journal. It's written in Druidic, but it's a whole bunch of coordinates and things that don't make sense, so I figured maybe you guys would know what these meant.
They kind of pass the book around the table, looking at the writings, and they're not sure what is supposed to mean, what the coordinates are supposed to point to, because they don't seem like actual locations. It looks like it's some type of code.
That's
You would
what
need
we
to
figured.
know how to decipher the code, I'm sure.
I couldn't really make much sense of it either. We tried to match the coordinates to a map, but it didn't
Nobody
work.
in the guild knew.
Well, we didn't show it to everybody in the guild because there's probably other traders, so
That's a good point.
we showed it to Rek, and she couldn't make anything out of it.
Well,
We're kind of at a loss here to figure out what to do next.
There are some powerful investors for Kingsfall. Do you think that perhaps they might have a need for that artifact?
I don't know, you don't talk very nicely about that gold man, old lady.
I have no reason to.
Well, is she working with the Coppertails? Is that what we're getting at here?
Not possibility, but I wouldn't doubt it. Blackstone is far from here. It's an island to the west. The gold mantles are powerful nobles, and they will do what they can to get what they want.
maybe Malachi says maybe checking out the investors might point to something.
The gold man, old lady, did wear white.
I mean, that's a little too on the nose to be taken literally.
Man,
I
you
don't
know,
think.
I'm open for any suggestions here because I'm a little lost.
I that um apparently the gold man only Surfall had dealings with the gold mantles. The most of that was with her, so
It might be
those
worth
are
it.
arrangements that only she would know. So that might be a lead, but it is quite a trek to get to that island.
Well, do you know the names of the other investors?
Yes, they're Richter, the Tiefling, and Archmage Vrax.
Archmage Vrax.
Do you know any
I
of them?
believe he was from Portalus. And Richter?
Richter,
I
yeah.
think Richter's from Bardiz. I think that's a noble family in Bardiz.
Question, because I don't remember, where was my family going when we went? They were off on a journey somewhere, but I don't remember where they went.
Your family?
Yeah,
They were on vacation.
they were on a trading agreement, I thought, but
Was it a trading agreement?
yeah. When your DM doesn't remember and you don't remember either.
I don't know, I'll have to go back and double check.
Okay. Because I feel like it was Bardiz, but... Well... Do we want to start with the closest one?
We,
Sure.
we don't have any other leads, so I suppose so. I mean, shots in the dark, but we don't have anywhere else to shoot.
Throughout this whole thing, I'm just looking very angry and pensive.
So I'm looking at the map, which I have. Portalice is the closest city. I think in terms of distance, it would be Portalice, and then we could probably make our way to Blackstone from there.
Well, and you guys would know that Portalice is a port city, so it does have access to the waterway.
We have to go through the mountains to get there.
Not. Did you say that out loud?
Yeah, because I'm looking at the map.
Penguin.
Penguin will remember this.
Malachi says, not necessarily.
What do you mean, not necessarily?
Oh, you might be able to persuade my brother into letting us use one of the airships in the fleet.
An airship?
Hold on, you have ships that can fly?
Well, yeah.
An airship?
I'm just like
I
completely
just turn to
baffled.
Alton and I say, please.
He looks and he starts laughing. Is this your way of asking me for a favor, brother? He's like, well, they did save me. I mean, it would be a nice gesture. He chuckles. He's like, all right, I'll have them prepare the ship. You guys can leave in the morning.
A ship
easy.
that can fly? I was still like completely
Airship.
confused.
Airship. I turn to Malachi and Sabri and I say, are you guys coming with us or are you staying here?
I don't know. We're not really affiliated with the guild, so
No, but I figured you might want to know who was impersonating as you.
that's a good point. I don't know. We'll discuss it with Alton and Chantel and see what they think is the best course of action. I would say we'll meet you at the shipyard tomorrow morning, and we'll discuss at that point. Korhas and Bella, being both from Haven,
Mhm.
you guys would have seen the airships like multiple times.
Yeah,
It's-
that's why I'm not really like so like incredulous about it. I'm just like, yeah, that's something we have.
You would know. I gotta find the notes here. Hang on a second.
Kind of reminds me of whenever friends come to the West Coast from like the East Coast and they see palm trees for the first time and they start losing their shit. Like, what
I figure I've only really heard about them in stories, so.
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
I mean, to me, they're like palm trees. They're just like, yeah, we've always had them. What about it? So-
Baraka comes from an island,
Yeah.
only accessible by boat.
That's very true.
He's like, what the fuck?
A
We should-
flying boat?
I wasted so much time on the water, and you could just go right over it.
Exactly.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
Like, boats can fly? Oh my god, I'm almost done with Bella. I can't believe it.
Then you can start on other people.
And I can actually start on other people. Less complicated people. Why the fuck did I make Bella so complicated?
I don't know. That's on you.
Yeah, I fucking hate myself. She's an artist. Like she needs to be. I need to suffer the art to get
Hell
get a
yeah.
feel for her.
Yeah. Lick the marble. Taste them.
I'm doing her boots actually, and then I'm done.
Penguin's boots will be easy.
They're small.
Are you even wearing boots? I always figured you barefooted because you're a druid.
No, I wear soft sole boots.
Well, I also figured you barefooted because you're a fucking country blumpkin, and you're just also a druid. You're just like, I'm barefoot everywhere. Dang city folk in your socks.
I like the tavern music. Do, 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 do.
It is nice.
Oh, I can't find that. God damn it.
Dang it, Bobby.
I turned to Varaka and I'm just like, an airship?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I've only ever heard about them in stories, and they fly, and
Wait. You get told of them in stories? This is a thing?
yes,
What?
I'm so excited. We're gonna fly on an airship.
Oh no, we're going to fly. Oh no.
Are you afraid of heights?
Only one person in our party has had experience flying.
Oh,
Are you counting
no.
on me being thrown?
No, I meant Ivan is having flight casted on him.
He didn't even realize it was flying. He was like,
Realize it.
Alright, well, I'll find it. I don't remember where I don't know where it's at right now, but I'll find it eventually. Okay, so you guys discuss. Actually, it might be here. Hang on. Yeah, here it is. It's always in the last place you look, it looks like. Do.
"Well, you look for it. I'm gonna go for dinner real quick."
Yeah, maybe maybe we take like a 5-minute break.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost 10 o'clock anyway, guys.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. We were
I
looking
just
for
wanted to-
something, that's all.
I wanted to find. I thought I wrote it down. I'm pretty sure I did. I wanted to give you guys the names of the different military organizations. I mean, you guys know Legion, but there's an air and a water force as well.
Tentatively called the Air Force.
No. I know the Water Legion's called the Corsairs.
Corsairs.
So the Navy version is called the Corsairs. I can't remember what the Air Force is, and I can't find it in notes now.
Terrible.
Do what?
I said terrible.
What's terrible?
That you can't remember?
You're talking about a campaign setting that I've had for years. Damn it. Hey, I even have the military ranks written down. I just don't have the. I can't find the paper yet. Shit. I'll find it. Anyways, okay. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we basically have the day free until till we leave tomorrow, right?
Uh-huh.
We should secure rooms, and then any shopping that we wanted to do. Maybe? Question
I
mark?
think that's good. You guys can go shopping. I'm gonna go find somewhere to sleep.
Does this tavern also have rooms?
Yes.
I know Garco went AFK. He's the one with the party funds that I would be using to purchase rooms. So we're gonna buy rooms somehow.
Since I have nothing better to do, I'm just gonna perform in front of the Salty Vulpine to attract patrons.
Oh.
You're not saying you're not even in the soul.
I know, I'm gonna go there.
Are you gonna travel down there?
Yeah.
Is that how many? That's how you want to spend your night?
Yeah.
Okay. Gavin's getting a room.
Gav is gonna go to sleep.
Are you gonna get a room here or at the Salty Vulpine?
We'll go to Salty Vulpine.
Okay.
Get a room there.
Korhaz,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Maybe I'll visit the barracks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask around, like, how far into the investigation they are. What if they figured out, like, outside of what we've told them?
Are you visiting the city guard barracks or the actual legionary barracks?
Probably the Legion.
Okay. Baraka, what are you doing?
I think he's AFK right now.
Oh, I think I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to an instrument maker.
Okay.
I wanted to convert my old violin into a bow. With
Like
what-
a
Yeah, I wanted to use. I know the violin that they gave me came with its own bowstring, but I wanted to make a personal one because I'm just carrying around a charred violin. But I know
Okay.
there's still some salvageable wood on it because the violin still means something to me.
all right. So what are you gonna do then, Penguin?
I want to. I'd like to go and try and find an alchemy book to learn how to make potions. And I also want to spend a little bit of time and write a letter to my sisters.
Okay. So each of you, Bella, you find an instrument shop. You're familiar with the town. You have no problem finding an instrument shop.
Yep.
You talk to the shopkeep. Explain to him what you would like done. He
Mhm.
says it's plausible. Just leave it here, and he'll get to work on it. He said it shouldn't take too long.
Okay.
Check in the morning. Then you spend the rest of the night performing in front of the Salty Vulpine.
I should can I roll performance then for that then?
Sure. Go ahead.
Ibanez gets a new hat. Is that what Ibanez would do? He would just get a new hat?
No, he wants meat.
Yeah, he'd probably stay in the tavern and just eat meat.
Alright, that's an average performance.
It's above average.
Nope.
So you spend most of the night performing. You draw on some patrons, and Duff appreciates it. Gavin gets a room, passes out. Depending on you find a couple of different shops that sell books on alchemy. You have a feeling that it's going to take you some time before you actually are actually capable of brewing potions. especially since you're constantly on the move.
Yeah, but I just wanted
Um,
to have the knowledge.
You write a couple letters to your sisters and send them out. Um, and I don't know. Did Baraka come back?
Mm-mm.
All right. So you guys, you do your things, your personal things, your personal effects for the evening, and you eventually find your way to an to a room, whether it be in the Salty Volpine or Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and you hunker down for the night. You say your prayers to your chosen deity if you wish to do so before sleep claims you, and then that's where we'll stop.
I want to check the egg.
Before
Oh,
you go
no.
to sleep.
Yes.
There's a piece of shell missing now.
Can I see, like, is there, like, a membrane or something, or?
Yeah, there's a membrane,
Can
so you can't see through the membrane. You can see something moving around, but you can't see.
I don't want to, like, poke through it, but I want to, like, put my hand over the missing shell. And I want to hum my little gnomish lullaby. In my room alone, where Vela can't critique me.
Okay. Make a performance check.
Okay. Ah!
Oh damn!
When she's not here!
Someplace Bella sheds a tear.
It's probably booty anyway.
What?
So it's probably it's probably booty anyway.
Okay. So we'll pick up in the morning. Hopefully with the full party.
I'm gonna stop.